Hello guys, my name is Martin or Doke. I'm 24 years old and I do art videos for a living. Here is how I got here. Here is my art story. It all started in 1995. I was born in Bratislava, the capital city of a small Central European country, Slovakia. I was really not that kind of a kid who can say I could barely walk, but I was already drawing for 6 hours a day. Nope. I could watch TV for 6 hours a day, but drawing, yes, but not really. Fortunately, my parents and grandparents didn't let me watch TV all the time, so there were these times when I was bored. You know, no smartphones, our PC with Windows 95 was always occupied by my brother, so what could I do when I got tired of playing with toys? Well, I love to imagine things. I used to sit in a room alone and I was just imagining things in my head. Once I said to my grandma that I have a camera in my head and that's the way how I play. Don't you worry, I'm completely okay. I remember that first of all I was imagining things that I would love to have. With my grandpa we created those books with the things that I had in my head. It says Inventions of Martin Hirner. Bratislava 2000. If you expect that this is that moment when my drawing and artistic career started to escalate, not really. When I came to school, I was still imagining things, a little bit different things. For example, my hood as a Gondor kingdom which I need to protect against Mordor. Yeah, I loved Lord of the Rings back then, as everybody. But sadly, I didn't really draw anymore. When I was in elementary school and gymnasium, I went through all these hobbies, starting with Pokemon cards, first games on Nokia phones, Game Boy games, skateboarding, parkour, and yeah, you guessed right, graffiti. I'm pretty sure that you know that feeling when your classmates are doing something what's cool and you want to do it too. Back in 2007, graffiti was one of these things. I was 12 years old and I was drawing again. In the beginnings, I was not so awesome. I was always comparing myself with my classmates and you know, I was not the best, not the worst, somewhere in the middle. The best thing about these times was that we were sharing sketches together, sharing sketches with my classmates. We were trying to push each other to get better. Or maybe we were just trying to say, you are worse than me, I'm better than you. Anyways, it was a great motivation. We also inspired other classmates who were not interested in graffiti to try it. They destroyed few WCs in school and then they quit, but they tried. As all trends, also the hype around graffiti started to fade away. Just some of us were still interested in graffiti. Fortunately, at this time, I met a guy with a name Nace. He was living just 5 minutes away from my home and guess what? He was interested in graffiti. He was doing graffiti. He became my graffiti buddy and he told me about Photolog, a website where other graffiti writers liked to share their artworks, their graffiti. It was in 2008. There was no Facebook, no Instagram. Exactly 1 year after my first contact with graffiti, I made my own Photolog. I joined my first internet community because I wanted to share my graffiti. Apart from chatting apps, this was basically the first social media stuff that we had back then. Photolog in combination with my graffiti friends, they were a great combo. I got a lot of criticism on the internet, but on the other hand, when you got a comment from somebody who was better than you, something like, I like your work, I remember that was one of the best feelings. Yeah, it was a super great environment for a progress. For example, this is my 1 year progress under influence of my classmates from 2007 to 2008. This is my progress under influence of Photolog and my graffiti friends from 2008 to 2009. 2008 and 2009 were the best years of my graffiti life. it started to fade away again. Not as fast as before, but it was fading away. In 2010, people were not using Photolog as much as they used to, and the community was not that strong anymore. During the years 2010, 11 and 12, I was painting from time to time, but it was not about improvement anymore. It was mainly about hanging out with friends, about keeping the habit. I was sharing my artworks just with my close friends through Facebook, which was getting popular back then. And then it happened, the year 2012. I and most of my friends, we finished the gymnasium, and we all had to choose our own ways. You might think that I went to some graphic design college or something like that. Well, I wanted to, but before choosing of the college, I went through a testing that was meant to help me to choose the right direction in life. They were testing math skills, visual skills, etc. First of all, they told me that I'm an average guy, or something like that. So I asked them about my dream direction. I told them that I want to be a graphic designer. The answer was, boy, your results in this area are not so awesome. We suggest you to choose something different. I didn't take it too seriously, but it sucked. I decided to go to economics college. I was thinking something like, I can always be a graphic designer, I don't need a college for that. The year 2013 was my first year on college, and this year changed a lot. I didn't see my friends that much anymore, and if you want to talk about drawing and graffiti, I basically stopped completely. At the same time, in the beginning of college, I wanted to start a business. You know, I always had this dream that when I finished the college, I won't need to get a normal job. At that time, one of my friends got lucky with posting pirate videos to YouTube. I and some of my friends got inspired by that. We wanted to do the same thing. That's how I started my first YouTube channel. Actually, how I started my first 5 YouTube channels. You know, they started to strike illegal content, as you might expect it. It didn't work. I had no business. Exactly 5 years ago from now, in January 2014, I got another idea. I started my Facebook page. I wanted to have a new Photolog. I wanted to have a place where I can post my graffiti. You know, I was studying and I was missing painting, I was missing graffiti, and I had a little hope that maybe this might be my business. Maybe one day. I had no plan, no vision, money were not the purpose. I just wanted to get back to graffiti, and I knew that it's not gonna work without sharing. It worked. I suddenly started to make tons of sketches because I finally had a place where I can share my artworks with not just my close friends. And then 9 months later, after the starting of my Facebook page, I started my YouTube channel. I don't really remember why. I guess that I was inspired by some local YouTubers, and I hoped that maybe this is the way. How can I make a living out of my hobby? I started to make videos, and right now, if we skip 5 years, I'm sitting here as a proud engineer of actuarial science. Yes, I finished the college, and yes, although I was not some miracle kid who was drawing all the time and painting all the time, although I basically quit multiple times, although I'm not so awesome also today, I made my dream real, and today it feels like I do exactly what I should be doing. Because making YouTube videos put 2 of my favorite activities from childhood together. Drawing or painting, and playing with that camera in my head. Except today I have a real camera, but still, first of all I have to imagine what I want to record over here, and then I have to use this guy to show it to you. I turned my hobby into a job, and I'm so proud of that. But the question is, what's next? Well, this video is the beginning of something new on this channel. I see this video as the beginning of the new chapter, the art story, the show about creation. I'm so excited about this new project. More about him in the next video. And guys, if you want to see more in-depth look at my art journey, for example, tours of my old sketchbooks, I linked some older videos in the description below. Okay, thanks for watching and see you on Tuesday.